Hi, Survivor Season 45 had an interesting puzzle. They, they gave you the digits 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you had four operators you can insert into this to make an expression, and you had to equal 100. So, turns out there's about 4,000 ways to do this, and they had 3 minutes to solve the problem. So I think the people who solved it kind of got lucky, but there is an analytical way to solve this problem. First, if you're only going to have four operators in between all these digits, there's only three ways you could do it. You can have either two three-digit numbers and three single-digit numbers. So you have 9 total digits here, and that gives you space for four operators in between. You could have one three-digit number, two two-digit numbers, and two one-digit numbers. Or you can have four two-digit numbers and a single-digit number. Those are only three ways you could kind of arrange that. And you can kind of convince yourself that these two will have some numbers that are in the high hundreds that you'll not be able to get rid of. And this one also has numbers that are too high. So this is the only one that has a chance. So we're going to have four two-digit numbers and a single one-digit number. So one of the observations then is when you are taking the sum of the digits, if we just did 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, that equals 45. So whatever we do to change this expression, we're going to remove some of these pluses and combine the digits, or we're going to make one of these pluses a minus. Whatever you do, we're going to need to add 55 more to get 100 for our total. So one of the things you can do is what happens when we can think about what happens when you combine two digits, like this one. If I made that 98, and then there's something after that. Well, we're going to be adding 98 and then subtracting the 9 and the 8 from the original 45 that we got here. So that's plus 81. So you can do that for all of them, and you can say, what happens if I combine numbers that are added together? So if I add the 9 and 8, the 8 and the 7, 7 and the 6, the 6 and the 5, the 5 and the 4, the 4 and the 3, 3 and the 2, 3 and 2, or 2 and the 1, the effect of that is going to be to add 81, 72, 63, 54, 45, 36, 27, or 18. And what if we combine them and subtract? So for example, if I had the 81, if I took the 9 and the 8, and I said, oh, well, let's do something in the middle here. So like if I took the 87 and I made that minus 87, as compared to what we had plus 87 before, we're going to have a number that is 87 plus 8 plus 7 smaller, which is 102 smaller. So you can do that for each of these. Minus 102, minus 89, minus 76, minus 63, minus 50, minus 37, and minus 24. So we're going to have to choose now, because we have four two-digit numbers and one one-digit number. We're going to have to choose four of these to try to add up to 55. So, and it basically is 1 from this column and 3 from this column to try to get us a difference of 55. So, and now, like if we use this number, we can't use these two, because this is already using the 9 and the 8, and so you can't use any of these. So if you go through here and look at that, and you try to come up with, oh, I'm sorry, so yeah, so we're trying to come up with 55, and in fact, if you factor in this number, you can add 55 to this and see what number we're really looking for over here. So it turns out we would be looking for a total of 170 on this side. So what number would we have to add to this to come up with 55? So I think it's 160 for this number. No, 170. 170 is right. Yeah, so 170 minus 115 is 55. Yep. And so then we have these are the target numbers we're looking for if we use this particular pair as our minus pair. So 131, 118, 105, 92, and 79. Okay, so depending on which one of these we choose, we're looking for this sum out of 3 of these. So if we choose this top one, we have to choose some 3 of these, and they also can't be adjacent because they can't use the same numbers. And so if you just go through here and try it, I've tried this one and I couldn't find one. I tried this one, and here you only have one choice, and that didn't work. But this one does work. If I use this number, so then I can't use any of these 3. So I have to use 2 from here and then this one here. So that one, and then 2 that are from down here, and it turns out this one plus this one. So if you have 81 plus 45, that's 126 plus 18 is 144. So those add up. So in the end, we get, we use this one, so it's 98 minus this one, which is the 7 and 6, minus 76, and then plus 54, and plus 3 we didn't touch, and then 21. And if you use your calculator, you'll see that adds up to 100. So that's how to do it, but I don't know how they expect you to do it in 3 minutes. You probably just have to get lucky and guess where it goes.